Howdy folks, James here again with Rewind Electric. Gonna open some more mail. We've been doing a lot of that lately, but it's what I got time for. So let's do it. Plus, it's all in preparation for some of these upcoming vintage classic pedal comparisons, which I think are going to be so good that they're going to be a standard of reference going forward. I'm that confident in how well these are coming out. I actually got a professional artist friend of mine to do some DI recordings of a Strat to include in these because I don't have a Strat, like a traditional 3 pickup vintage style Strat that's put together at the moment here. I have like 7 in pieces. But also just the idea of that seemed good because everybody's sick of hearing me play my same 10 riffs, so we'll have another artist contribute something. Okay, so all right, let's get rolling here. Maybe we can do 2 in 1 today. I'm not sure. All right. Opening mail. Let's roll right into it. I don't know what this is. I know what it might be. One of these is something very cool. I have 2 packages here today. I thought I had 3, but one was irrelevant. One of them is something very cool. It might be this one because this is the bigger one. Oh, it is. It is. What do you think it is? I already have a version 1 and a version 2 small stone in the shootouts. Do you think it's another one? Do you think it's a version 3? No. It is a small clone. I don't think this is the original knob, although I wouldn't put it past Electro-Harmonix, but I actually like it. I saw that in the listing, was like, oh, well, I can replace the knob. And then as I thought about it, I was like, why would I do that? This looks great. So, yeah, that guy I'm excited for. I'm going to open the other one. Let's do 2 at once today. Never done that before, have we? Maybe we have. I mean, I've certainly done multiples in one day, but I don't know that I've actually done 2 initial inspections and services in one video, and not separated them out. So let's see. I don't remember what this is entirely. Honestly, it feels like a Boss pedal. Oh, I think it's an Ibanez pedal. Oh, I know what this is. Oh, how cool and appropriate. These 2 have something in common. Yeah. All right. Sweet. So this is an Ibanez. I think it's called a bimode stereo chorus. Yeah, bimode chorus. And it is indeed stereo. And I believe, unlike most stereo choruses, especially of the time, any stereo pedals of the time, I believe this is indeed actually stereo, as in not just an out-of-phase version on the other side, kind of like we had with the MXRs. But what this is, I should start there. That will explain it better. You're maybe familiar with the Boss CE2, probably the most famous chorus pedal ever. This is 2 of those. 1, 2. In one box. So yeah, a lot of chorus pedals are copies of CE2s. And I was trying to not do copies of copies of copies. I didn't want to have redundant stuff. Be like, well, this is the Maxon version, and this is the Ibanez version. Yeah, they're the same thing. Okay. I didn't want to do that. So I was intentionally not looking for, oh, dang it. I just noticed that. That's not nice. I was intentionally not looking for other CE2 pedals, but this having 2 in 1 in stereo, that makes it unique enough that I was really thrilled to have it. Now, what the heck is that? I have to go back and look in the listing to see if that was even disclosed. I'm not sure that I saw that. I think I probably would have shied away. However, you also don't see too many of these by stereo choruses, so maybe it's all you get. Well, let's crack into it and find out what's going on there. Okay, there's not a battery in here. I feel like I would have noticed that because I was buying one that had the paint in pretty good condition. You'll see that there's some chips here. A lot of them are in pretty poor shape. But I really like this paint. I'm going to have to go back and have a look and see if that was intentionally or unintentionally hidden from the listing photos. I'd like to know what the heck it is. What was somebody doing? Oh my goodness. The PCB is chipped. It's not good. I really don't know what that hole was for. It's kind of a weird place to put an LED if that's what it is. Well, let's see what we got in here. We got some Panasonic, some Texas Instruments, a JRC. Yeah, 45580. I think that's right there, the JRC 45580. I think that's the same one that people like to see in Tube Screamers. TS9 would have been in the same series as this guy. Pretty sure. Got some trim pots. Oh, they're labeled, I think. What does it say? VB. Oh, VR. Oh, variable resistor. Yeah, VR just doesn't actually tell you what they are doing. Just that it's a variable resistor. So, okay, cool. Yeah. Just no clues in here as to what that hole might have been for. It's too small for another jack to have been located there. Let's see if there's a piece of PCB under the screw. Yeah, I think that should have had a... I mean, it's okay. It's all just the ground bus at the end there. But, okay. Initially, thrilled to have this pedal. Not thrilled in the condition. Give it a battery. I'm actually going to look at the reverb listing right here because I can do two things at once while I put this back together. And I just want to see, like, I'm more than happy to be wrong. But if it's something I overlooked, okay, I'll eat it gladly. If that was something that the seller didn't show, I mean, a drilled hole, I can let a lot of things go, but a drilled hole in a vintage piece is a little much to ask for, you know, as far as like grace for not showing it. Let's see. I'm glad you guys can't see my reverb purchases because they're embarrassing. Not like J. Trusser guitars or... I don't even know. I feel bad because I've used that name as like a cheap guitar reference a few times. There's worse stuff out there. I just don't know. Isn't there a Honeybee? Is that one of the like Chinese guitar companies? I really just don't know. I've got something really cool on the way that I'm seeing here. I've got a lot of stuff that's cool on the way. Let's scroll down, down, down. It's on another page. These pedal comparisons are going to be awesome. So for sure in the bag we've got delay. That was the King Daddy was the classic vintage delays. We've got classic vintage phasers, classic vintage choruses, of course, these two guys right here, as well as others, not just these two. There's going to be maybe like 10 pedals in each one. And flanger. Okay, so let's just go delay, chorus, phaser, flanger, overdrive. Get excited for that. Overdrive. And phaser. And flanger. And analog delay. Those are just the ones on the bench. And of course the octave fuzz shooter. Oh wait, no, we're not doing that. Not doing that one. Yeah, so I think that's going to cover it. I mean, it might be cool to do like, of course it would be cool because it's my favorite modulation effect is vibe, univibes. But I'm doing vintage stuff. How many vintage univibes are there? Like one? There's the same one under different names. Pardon me. All right, I'm gonna have a quick look at these photos because I've got the listing of them. Just see what I see. Okay, yeah, he shows the whole. All is forgiven except myself to myself because I'm the one that failed to see that. Does it say anything about it? I mean, I'm just curious. Like, what was it? Works great. Out both outputs. Someone drilled a hole in it. Not sure what for, but doesn't affect the playability. Made in Japan. Well, seems like he was about as knowledgeable of the hole as I am, which is, we don't know. So it's a mystery hole. The Mystery Hole. That's going to be the name of my band's next album. Mystery Hole. Sounds like a Scooby-Doo episode. Wow, do people know what Scooby-Doo is today? Scooby-Doo was, I think it was like, it was getting dated. But it was still on TV all the time because it's just such a classic. But it was kind of dating itself when I was a kid. Okay. Feast your eyes upon this. This is the Kurt Cobain on Nevermind chorus. Not gonna lie, big part of why I wanted it. I am a fan of both, the sound, the production, the engineering, the band, the songs, the musicianship. He was a better musician than he gets credit for. He downplayed his own musicianship though, so he had that coming. Let's dig in. Oh, that is on there good. Like, I don't want to break it on there. Okay, this will do it. There we go. Look at that. I can't help but wonder if that's original, as tight and crusted on as that was, and as crusty as it is under it. I mean, there's some gross stuff in there. It's stuck on good too. Probably a DAC-aware, or yes, it is. Called it. Look at that. Can you see that? DAC-aware. So Electro-Harmonix did for sure, as stock, use DAC-aware knobs. I don't know that I've seen that one on a small clone or any other Electro-Harmonix pedal of this time. I think this is what you call version 3. Like this is a version 2, and they've got that one dark bar. This is a version 3. I bought a Clone Theory, which is like the large format size, you know, what would be equivalent to a deluxe Electric Mistress or a deluxe Memory Man. I bought it, and then my order was canceled a couple hours later. Called the store and said, hey guys, it's me. And they were like, James, so happy to hear from you. No, I'm just kidding. They have no idea who I am. I called the store and asked what the deal was, and they were like, yeah, the guy looked for it, and it's stolen. I'm like, all right, well, you know, I know these things happen, and you know, stuff goes missing, and then later on you find it under a pile of used snare drum heads under the drum counter, where it's not supposed to be 6 months later. So, would you like to take my info and call me if it ever shows up, and I'll buy it? Like full pop. There weren't any discounts. Wasn't asking for any of that. And the guy was like, no. It's been stolen. Like, how are you so confident unless you stole it? Like you had it for sale this morning. You listed it online. You know, you went to go look for it, but then you've decided extremely confidently that it's stolen. Not missing, but stolen. And then the next day, it was back up for sale. I thought about calling and being like, so, what's up? But really, it was a great price, but it wasn't that clean. So I decided to make an offer on a more expensive one that's extremely clean. But that's the full-size version, the Clone Theory. Not as famous as the small clone, thanks to Kurt Cobain. And rather noisy, from what I understand, which is basically all EHX pedals. So, let's have a look here. What do we have? We have, can we zoom in some more? We've got an LM35BN. Is that Samsung? I don't know what that S stands for. Sanyo? I don't know. All right. We've got over here what I believe is a Panasonic. I think that's what those 3 triangles are. I know it looks like Mitsubishi, but I think it's different. MN 3007. I think that's an op amp. I don't know what this is here. SGS something. From Singapore. Maybe that's like an expander compander. Maybe that's the... One of these, I guess, should be a bucket brigade. BBD chip. There's a RC4558. I think that's an op amp. I could be wrong about all this. Like, ICs are absolutely not my thing. I do not know a lot about them. I know slightly more about transistors, but can we even read what they are from this angle? Yes, kind of. I mean, you can see it. I can't read it on the screen, and I can't see it with my eyes, so... Is it a 5088? I can't tell. There's another one back here. It looks like it's the same, whatever it is. Also a 5088, maybe. I can't. Sorry, guys. The screen's kind of at an angle and up really high, so I can't see the screen. Plus, it's ProRes, so it looks all weird and washy on the screen until I grade the video and software. Speaking of companding, that would be exactly what's happening there. Okay, so got an alpha. It's truly an Electro-Harmonix pedal. It broke as I was looking at it. Absolutely classic EHX move. These things are such junk. I'm serious. They sound great, but like really, they look like somebody's like introduction to metal bending shop class project, and they're just built awful. Now, okay, there's a little hole in the back of the PCB so that I can tweak that pot if need be from the back once it's installed. I'm going to put it back in. And, well, shoot, I do want to clean it. Okay. Maybe I should back that switch out too. Yeah, I should. A thing worth doing is worth doing slightly better than half-assed, right? I think on a previous video, oh yeah, for the Badstone, I mentioned it's an older one because there's no battery door. That's what they look like when they have a battery door. Ooh. Oh shoot, those are on with nuts. I should have said, oh nuts, those are on with nuts. If they were bamboo, I could have said, oh nuts, those are on with shoots. Who made that switch? That does not look like a stack pole switch. It says CW. I guess that's who made it. Don't know CW. Do we have a Cliff sticker? Nah. So funny story. I tried yesterday after making the Badstone video, which has a sticker inside with the name Cliff on it. I joked about like, oh man, Cliff made this. How awesome. I kind of feel like maybe in some interview or documentary or whatever at some point, I heard mention of somebody named Cliff who worked at EHX. But I don't really know. I was mostly just joking around like, oh, wow, Cliff made it. Like, I have no idea who Cliff is. Maybe I should. And I thought that. I was like, maybe I should know who Cliff is. So I went and I looked it up. And I was like, Electro-Harmonix, Cliff, pedal. You know, thinking I might find something. I did. You know what I found? A whole lot of stuff about Cliff Burton. I was like, yeah, he played a big muff, didn't he? And you know what that led to? That led to me buying a 1970s Morley Power Wah Fuzz last night. But man, those are so cool. That's the sound. If you haven't heard it, like stop watching this video and wasting your time, and go listen to it. The song, it's called Anesthesia, and then in parentheses, Pulling Teeth by Metallica. Now, if you don't like Metallica, you might still like it. It's early. Especially if you play bass or you like distorted, filtery, rockin' sounds. And that is the sound of that pedal. It's like, it's a fuzz, it's a wah. It goes, you know. It sounds like an analog synth through a distorted Ampeg. Which, you know, does it get any better than that, really? So that's a song and a sound and a musician and a band. I'm a fan. No shame. Have been since they were newish. That I've liked for a very, very long time. And I also like big AC powered pedals and chrome things. And this is large, like this is a little pedal compared to the Morley Power Wah Fuzz. I don't mean the reissue; they're smaller. I mean the original. It's like having a toaster on your pedal board, so like the kind where the toast pops up, a big chrome one. It's maybe even bigger than some toasters. Oh, this is a tricky situation. I think this requires pliers. It probably requires Loctite. Yeah, I don't want to ever do this again, so let me get that. Okay. And if we're going to do Loctite, then we're going to clean it and the pot also. So, bring out the F5. I'm going to put the switch in first. I can put it in before I clean it. That'll be easier that way. Loctite. Have you heard my rant about Loctite? Why the blue Loctite comes in a red tube? What? You know what I don't know? I really need to find out. What color tube does the red Loctite come in? If it's blue, then oh boy. That's going to be my old man complaint that I never stopped talking about for life. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have a heck of a time getting that on. Should have done the lower screw first. Okay. I hope I'm on camera. Oh my gosh. Wish me luck with this. This is a balancing act to the point where my my screwdriver, which is ever so slightly magnetized accidentally, that was enough to pull the pedal forward and unbalance it. See, this is ever so slightly magnetized accidentally as well too. Sometimes you can use that to your favor. Usually not. Usually it's a problem more than it is a problem solver. Here, let's do the bottom one first. That'll be easier, and then it'll hold it in place. Okay. Man, that is a crusty screw. Let's see if I can clean that up. Crusty Screw is the name of my band's last album. Doesn't take much. Okay, I'm going to do this kind of... Oh, man. This is going to be tricky. Okay. Oh, that was so close. Got it. Yeah, honestly, finger tight is good enough because I have strong fingers. I'm not trying to brag. I mean, they're also rough. But the Loctite's going to hold that guy in place anyway. Okay, let me put a little... I don't know why I'm putting paper towel down to protect like this crustiest of crusty mats here that I am. And we'll hit that switch with a little... sorry. F5 is for faders. D5 is for duh. That's not for faders. All right, D5 is for dude, buy some more. Do I have some more? Huh. If I do, it's not within reach. I just need a little, though. I could use the F5. The difference is the F5 has a lubricant in it. And it's not like a lubricant would be unwelcome here. coming off. I think this pin was never pressed down to begin with. There you go. All right. Okay. Now we will get the pot, and I can get that while it's installed also. It'll be easier. So I'm going to bolt that back in. Try not to knock off any more of these little fragile wires, but we probably will break 2 more because that's just how EHX is. Did I mention these are pretty junky? Do you know how you can tell the reissue from the originals on these? It's the price. No, I'm just kidding. Not really. I am I'm not kidding. That is true. However, the reissues have a big LED, not this little tiny one, and they don't say mini chorus. They say full chorus. I don't know why. I guess by today's standards, this is not the mini anymore. Maybe that's why. I think I need a 10 millimeter. Hopefully I have one. I don't even know if they make one. You never know with those guys. Here, here's a 10. 10 millimeter is like the most popular metric socket there is, though. People make jokes about how 10 millimeter sockets always go missing. Actually, there's nothing funny about that. It's not a joke at all. Okay. Let's blast this alpha pot. Okay, now we gotta solder that white lead back on because it's an EHX pedal and they're built junky, in case I didn't mention that. Okay. Sometimes they're solid core, this one's stranded. Okay. Just gonna reuse the old solder unless it gives me trouble. I mean, that's not glorious. I would have liked to have put it through a hole or wrapped it around something, but that is how it was done. That is correctly restored. Okay. That's the thing you want to do when you put this on so you don't pinch it. Make sure we don't break anything else, which is highly likely. Okay. And we'll put the case back together. Man, I'm so stoked to hear this. How are we? 34 minutes. Should I do both of these demoed in one video? Is that weird? The demos that I'm doing of these, by the way, at the end of the inspection videos, those are not going to be the comparison clips. That's just testing and noodling around, a little bit of voicing, maybe dialing something in, preparing it for battle. I'm doing real studio clips. We're going to run the same tracks, pre-recorded through all the pedals. a few different settings, a few different guitars, a few different styles. And then, yeah, make a pretty little video about it. I need to get some feet suitable for EHX pedals. Okay, this is how you do this. That's crusty. It needs a little cleanup. What do I have to clean that? Last Q-tip. I thought I would run out days ago. I really made those 3 last, didn't I? Alrighty, let's go. It's gonna have to be good. Look at all that crustiness. Can you see that? Gross. Okay. And this guy just sits in there like that. In here. What's the trick to this? Oh, somebody like over squeezed it. There you go. There we go. Okay. Yes. Okay, yeah, that's like the most janky battery door possible. I'm supposed to be putting steaks on the grill in 7 minutes. I can fudge it a little bit because I want to hear them. Oh gosh. Okay. I was like, where'd the set screw go? It's right here. See, by this time, Electro-Harmonix, start, stop, solid shaft part. They'd got their screen printing for the knob rotation sorted out finally. Is this gonna drag? Yeah. Better use my spacer. I think we're gonna need at least 2. Let's hope 2 works. Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna do this manually. Yeah, there we go. Okay,